Hi guys, welcome to yet another beautiful episode of the Clear View podcast. I'm your presenter, Eustace Kaputula, aka International Managers. Today we continue with our discography series. Today we rank the discography series of one of the most complete Zambian artists, musicians. This man can rap, he can sing, he's an African giant, he's the giant killer. The one and only Pompi. Today I'm ranking Pompi's discography. Okay. So Pompi burst onto the Zambian music scene, I think, if my memory serves me right, I think 15 years ago. Yeah. He was a secular artist. I knew him from the song called Bring the Bass, but he became even more famous when he did the song entitled Blase, featuring Knox and Slap D. Yo, this song had so much influence on me. Like I started greeting my classmates. I was like, Mole Bwanje, Mole Bwanje, Mole Bwanje. So infectious intro, yeah. But in 2012, Pompi became a born again Christian and switched from secular to gospel music. Boy, what a good decision he made, because even in the music, you can see the huge shift and improvement. Like he became doper, you know what I'm saying? So Pompi has a catalog of 5 classic albums. Like, whoa, Pompi makes making music look so easy and effortless, like plucking mangoes from a tree. So we go straight into Pompi's discography in order with no further ado. So Pompi's first album is entitled Miju. This is a very, very classic album, very important album in that it changed the landscape of the Zambian gospel scene. Like, to me, I like to compare this album to Dr. Dre's The Chronic. Dr. Dre's Chronic album introduced gangster rap in the American music hip hop scene. So for us, it was Miju that changed the face of Zambian gospel music. A long time, Zambian gospel music was supposed to like sound like rumba or something, as if it's from Congo. Like it had a standard. Like you release anything R&B, hip hop, it wasn't considered to be gospel. But Pompi took a huge risk. It's like he walked and crowed. He crowed and walked for others to run. So Miju is a very, very important album in that regard. So this album was also predominantly produced by Mag 44, and it featured some of the songs as follows. So it featured Miju featuring Nathan Uenda. In case you don't know Nathan Uenda, he's behind the 2005 smash hit called Mwema Kufi. Yo, that album was also a smash. There's also No Renti. It features Mag 44. There's also Tuleshana. There's a smash hit called Giant Killer. Yeah, the time Pompi was calling us rats. And would feel sad when he doesn't do that. To go like, Pompi, you've stopped calling us rats, you know? Like, Pompi, when are you going to call us rats again? Yeah. So the other song is Mulungu Sama Gona, and my favorite of the album is Packaging. It has that smooth R&B type of vibe, like Keith Sweatish-esque type of R&B, you know? Yeah, so I gave Miju a rating of 8.7. Very important album, guys. Like without Miju, I don't think we would have Pompi's catalog. So like some fans actually say Miju is Pompi's greatest ever album, but I beg to differ. Stick around, stay tuned, and see which one is Pompi's greatest album according to the Clear View podcast. Okay, so Pompi's second album is Broken English. Yo, just like his wife Esther Chungu, Pompi broke the sophomore syndrome case with ease, like plucking mangoes from a tree. Broken English barely has skips. Like I think this is peak Pompi as a rapper and as a singer, as a vocalist. Like he really took things higher. You know what I'm saying? Like another notch above. Like for him to release an album like Broken English, it took a lot because Miju was a very big album. I think it's a monumental album for someone to come back and topple it. Yo, as they say, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Like he really, really delivered. I'm sure I took a lot from him because releasing a better album than Miju is not easy. Not to say that, not to take anything away from Miju, it's a classic album, very, very important album. But Broken English, that's Big Pompi, bruv. So this album includes songs such as Ngoma Zilile, Simplified. That's a bop, as usual, produced by Mag 44. Like this song was ahead of its time. I think one of these days I'll do a discography ranking of Mag 44. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think I have to do it. So other songs include the Yesu, Zoza Zoz, Zuhile, Bacteria featuring Mag 44, as usual. Duty by Association, which was later sampled by his wife Esther Chungo on the song Fendela, which ironically features Pompi. It features on the album Umwala by Esther Chungo. So this album is predominantly produced by Mark 44. It has an emphasis on live musical instruments, giving it a unique, authentic sound. I give this album a rating of 9.2. This is Big Pompi, guys. 9.2. Are we together so far? Yeah. So I believe when someone releases two good albums, they break the sophomore case. I think they have the right to do whatever they want. Like even if they just cough on the mic, we shall listen. So Pompi's third album is Become. He took a slightly different direction and approach. The first two albums, including the latter, were predominantly produced by Mark 44, but on this one, Mark 44 produced less of the album, though he does appear, he has a feature as usual. So this one has a different sound. It sounds more African. I think this is the most unique sounding Pompi album. It's so different from the rest. All the album sounds different, but this one is the most different Pompi sounding album. It sounds African with drums in it, and it has a bit of reggae-ish. I call it tint reggae, more like One More Night, Maroon 7, that type of sound. That's what I call tint reggae. Yeah, so some notable tracks on this album include No Wele, Peanut Butter No Jam, Ninive featuring Tim, Not Your Past featuring Tasha, Boza featuring Mag 44, Your Mind featuring James Sakala. I think this is my favorite track of the album. There's also Silence, Royalty, Capena, and many more hits. I gave this album a rating of 8.9. Like it's so unique. Yeah. Pompi's next album was Bwana with Mag 44, a collaboration album. Yo, I don't know. This album started as if it was just a joke. Mag 44 posted, I think he tagged Pompi, was like, Pompi, we need to release a song. Like, sometime passed before either of them released a track. So, Mag 44 posted, it was like, I think we need to release a track and do a video for it in a day. Something like that. So Pompi was game. He responded. He said yes. So they released a song called "Do It." Yeah, quite Nike, just do it. So after they released this album, it birthed the album called Bwana. Guys, this is a masterpiece. Irabalanda masterpiece. Indie masterpiece. Like this album has no skips. Like literally all the songs are nice. Yo, this album features songs like Joy featuring Ebo Chungu, Bwana featuring Esther Chungu, no pun intended. Egos, it's a Rumba-esque song. Like imagine Pompi on a Rumba beat and Mark 44 rapping on a Rumba track. Whoa, an Ankalapa beat, guys. It was nice. There's also Longo Soka. There's also Tanganana featuring Super Rhymer. Wishing featuring Nasana, his elder sister. Then there's Luyando featuring Lulu Hangala. Ironically, her real name is Luyando and the track is Luyando, which simply means love. Wow. Ukusutinga, ukumachinga. The next song is Kontolola. The other song is African Blues featuring Seya. There's also Nyimbo, my favorite song off the album. Then Tiger featuring Chef 187. Ish, what more can you ask for? Like just this album is a lecture on how to make music, on how to make an album a hit. So I gave this album a rating of 10 out of 10. Like all the songs are nice. There's no skip. Whether you're in a bad mood, you're in a good mood, you want to praise and worship, you need inspiration, this album is for you guys. Please give it a stream, guys. It's on Spotify, on all streaming platforms. Like give this album a listen. 10 out of 10 rating. The next album is his current album, Pole Pole. As they say, a great artist sings what they feel inside, and this song has more love songs than any other Pompi release. So, anyway, God is love, and in the Bible, there's also a script. There's also a Bible book called Songs of Solomon. It talks about love, so it's cool. It's all right. So, yeah. So this album sees a return to action of his frequent collaborator Mark 44 on production duties. So notable tracks on this album include Guide My Way, Level Up, I beg your pardon, Level Up, Soon and Very Soon, and my favorite song of the album, Sevenza featuring Mark 44. Here Mark 44 drops arguably the verse of the album. He raps, Kwati ndefyo mpo munkoli, how I succeed, nakali mondeli show munfioli, how I touch lips, pali story about me, kwati nipa must, I walk the talk, nilipa ulendo monga taxi, sininga bwelele kujele, sunga ni delele, molembwe. Guys, the wordplay was so slick. Yeah, there's also a song entitled Soche featuring Chef 187, Shamboko, the catchy Shamboko featuring Esther Chungu, like the writing was so infectious. Esther Chungu, munakolo pakaripa damna Pompi, pwezani manzi, naenda kule trading Zambia, pwezani ya jamanzi ya munakolopa. There's also a song entitled Bumper to Bumper. This is a classic vintage Mark 44 production, and Pompi is in form. He just glides on the beat effortlessly. It sounds like Afrobeatish, like wow, I love this song. There's also a song entitled Pole Pole, which is a title track of the album. Yeah, there's also another love song called Infinity Nakamo. There's Wild, Qualified, No Paper. There's also a song entitled Strong, which features Trina. On any other day, you ask me who's my favorite Zambian female vocalist, I'll tell you it's Trina. But here, Pompi, he delivers high notes. Like, this is his best ever vocal performance. Like, imagine Pompi hitting high notes on key. I'm like, wow, I never saw this day coming. You know what I'm saying? But he surprises me, like, I'm in shock. Yeah, so I gave this album an overall ranking of 9, rating of 9. So the overall ranking of Pompi's discography is as follows. In at number 5, Miju, I gave it a rating of 8.7. Don't be mistaken. Last but not the least, it might be at number 5, but it's actually one of the most important albums ever to be released in Zambia, in that it changed the landscape of Zambian gospel music. Very important album. There's no Miju, there's no Bwana, there's no Broken English. So very important album. I'm only putting it on number 5 because I'm trying to be as objective as possible, because musically, lyrically, vocally, Pompi actually improved as time went on. Like fine wine, he only became better. So it would be unfair for me to put Miju on number 1 when there are other albums that had better vocal performances by Pompi. For example, Strong Name, arguably his strongest vocal performance. Yeah, so in at number 4 is Become with a rating of 8.9. The most unique sounding Pompi album ever, with reggae influences and African drums on it. In at number 4 is his recent album, Pole Pole, with a rating of 9. Sorry, in at number 3 is Pole Pole with a rating of 9. In at number 2 is Broken English with a rating of 9.2. This album had a lot of live music instruments. I think Pompi wanted to switch to live music. In at number 1, the best ever Pompi album is Bwana with a rating of 10. So number 5, Miju with a rating of 8.7. Number 4, Become with a rating of 8.9. Number 3, Pole Pole with a rating of 9. Number 2, Broken English with a rating of 9.2. Number 1, Bwana with Mark 44 with a rating of 10. To me, that's Pompi's greatest ever album. Like, I don't know if you guys agree with me. Drop your comments in the comments section. Like, how is your ranking of Pompi's discography like? Are we similar or we're not similar? So yeah, the overall rating of Pompi's catalog is 9.2, guys. Like that's 92% excellent. That's a distinction. Like all the albums are classic. There's some other musicians who've got 5 albums, maybe out of the 5, 2 are classic, 1 is classic, the rest are good or average. But for Pompi, all the 5 are classic. Like no wonder I had a headache ranking this. Like it wasn't easy, it was hard, but I had to do it. There was one interview I watched where Pompi went like, "No, I'm going to retire after 5 albums." These are 5 albums. I don't know if he's counting Buana with Mark 44, but I think he is counting it. So is Pompi going to release another album? I hope so. I hope he does a Jay-Z on us, because Jay-Z announced to say he's retired from hip hop, I think in the early 2000s, but he came back. He released the Blueprint 3, American Gangster, like about 4 albums after he retired. So I wish Pompi can do as wise also, eh? And when are you going to call us rats? Yeah, so that was my ranking of Pompi's discography. That was the Clear View podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I love you guys. Take care. Till next time.